For centuries, there was harmony. The Titans were the guardians of nature, and the great apes became the protectors of humanity. We've discovered a signal. She can feel it. Kong, Godzilla, they can feel it too. Something is coming. Something even they're afraid of. You feel like going for a ride?
Thought you'd never ask.
Just try not to swallow your tongue.
What?
Oh my God!
Is that a mini Kong?
Oh my God.
That's not just a signal. That's a call for war. What is that?
Kong can't stop this on his own.
He won't be alone.
The last time those two met up, it was almost the end of Kong.
They don't have to like each other. They just have to work together.
Now I have seen everything.
We've made some minor augmentations.
Oh.
Konnichiwa, bitches. I'm back and I came bringing kaiju.
I love the fact that all of our mics got cut out during that moment. Because I couldn't hear Dion, couldn't hear you, it couldn't hear myself.
Yeah,
It's
so I
the
could hear.
power of our roar.
Yeah, the kaiju zoom, the great kaiju zoom silencing.
Welcome to the periodic table of awesome. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hi, I'm good. How are you guys?
We're all back.
Very well.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been all over. People have been coming and going, and Jill's been here, and then Jill hasn't been here, and then Peter's been here, and then Peter hasn't been here, and then Quinny. No one really missed Quinny. And then,
No, nobody cares about Quinny.
Aww.
Okay, I'm comfortable with this. I'm fine with it. Jill,
dear.
where have you been?
I've been in old Nippon, tracking
Old
down
Nippon.
Godzilla himself.
Did you see our boy Gojira there?
I did. He has his own merch store.
Fuck yes.
Oh.
And what kind of merch can you buy of Godzilla?
You can get t-shirts, you can get magnets, you can get action figures. They've
Sweet.
got
Anything
a
in
lot.
particular, Jill?
I brought back this little fella.
Ah! Yeah. I thought that was just actually Godzilla that was just coming across the.
He's behind you.
Yeah. You got
Actually,
the-
he's in front of you, but you know.
Yeah.
It's the bright red.
This is
Godzilla.
actually a gift for someone, but I thought he would like to feature on the
Sure.
show.
I was going to say, if you move him closer to the camera, we can do some kind of thing where it's like forced perspective, where he's gigantic. There you go. Oh no!
I feel
Yeah, okay.
I don't know why this is, but he looks delicious. It's like the most delicious icy pole Godzilla I've ever seen. That I
You
think
know
would-
he's slightly orange mango flavored.
Yes, it's just
Yeah,
good
like
all
maybe
round.
a raspberry orange or something like that.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm hungry for Godzilla.
Um, So there's so much going on this week. I'm still out of what's going. There is a lot on, and we're only talking about Godzilla X Kong, which came out a couple of weeks ago. Now,
A couple of weeks ago,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, a
Oh,
couple of
'cause
weeks ago.
You saw this at a press screening, didn't you?
I saw the screening of this, which was, I'm just going to say, it was remarkably difficult to find a +1 at the time. Not because you wouldn't have taken it immediately, just most of the people were out of the way. And when I was selling it to people, I was like, hey, want to come watch Monkey Punch Lizard? And everyone was like, what? No, I don't want to see that. Why would I want to see that? And I'm like, that's fucking Godzilla Kong. And they're like, no, why? And I'm like, come on. Yeah, I know. I had a hard time getting
I love Monkey Punch
Lizard.
I am so down for Monkey Punch Lizard 2 Electric Boogaloo that this, like, I would have hobbled out of hospital if my doctor would have let me, but he was the kaiju in this situation.
Yes, and Jill was just on holiday or something.
Yeah, I could have postponed a flight to watch it, but
You went all the way to the homeland of Godzilla.
I did.
I believe I saw some friends who were also in Japan at the same time as you, Jill, and they went to find the Godzilla statue in a park somewhere. Like there's
Oh yeah, it's Nagoya, I want to say.
something that sounds familiar.
It wasn't on my itinerary, so I
Right,
couldn't make a side trip. But
And by the
You
looks of
can,
it,
like-
after seeing their photos,
you can zip
Don't-
fly into the mouth, and I'm like, sign me the fuck up.
yes, that's the one I want to go to because there's a Godzilla theme park somewhere where you can zip line into Godzilla's screaming maw.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking
Okay, hang on. We need Australia. This is getting ridiculous. We need to import some Japanese think tanks for attractions here. Could you imagine, the same sort of thing, but Australian themed, a zip lining into the pouch of a giant kangaroo, and it's warm and fuzzy.
It was called what was it?
Australia's
Fucking
Wonderland?
Wonderland.
What
They
about-
shut it down 20 years ago.
What about one of those things where you could run across a field and avoid all the drop bears?
I like the idea of maybe just using the big things that we have around Australia at the moment and adapting them into rides. So you can go into the giant potato, but then the giant potato goes on a massive track around something, or you can
The
go
giant
into
potato, aka the giant turd.
yes,
That's
and
what it
maybe you
looks
could
like.
just you could zip you can lube yourself up and zip line into the arse of the giant sheep.
Yes, or maybe it
Sure.
could be like a science thing where you learn about how
The gastrointestinal
biology-
system.
Yeah, exactly. You go in through the mouth and you come out through the butt.
Yeah, sure. Actually, that'd be really interesting if you had a giant wombat and you could go in as leaves and come out as the square
Little
poop.
cubes.
It's like,
Yeah.
how?
Yeah,
how
and at
did
the
it
end of it,
fall?
there's just these things going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or is it-
like a
is
trash compactor.
It's a wombat sphincter, like a car crusher. Just thump.
And Elsker Dog is welcome to Drop Bear Park. No expense spared.
But to be completely Australian, it would all have to be rides that were actually harmless versions of things. So it's like, oh no, he's getting attacked by a crocodile. It's all right, it's a rubber one. We're fine. Because we live danger all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yes, yeah, totally. I think we started exploring this in the early 90s with Piss Week World, and I feel like we need to go back there. Shout out to the DGen. Anyway, what we don't have anywhere in Australia at the moment is a megafauna big enough to enter us into Godzilla versus Kong, and I feel that this is a massive oversight. We've had multiple of these Monarch Monsterverse films, and as yet, nobody showed up in Australia.
You know it's going to be a giant fuck off huntsman, and I'm not here for it.
And all these people going, it's as fucking big as a plate. It was big as my hand.
Yes.
Yeah, but you also know that Australians just be not phased by it. Just like, get out of here,
Yeah.
go on, chasing it off
Throwing
with a
out
broom.
Bombs
Fuck
at
off.
it.
You just come to Australia and find it under a glass.
A
Huge
really,
glass.
really big
Gigantic.
glass.
Like what's under the dome, and it's just sitting there going,
Oh, yeah. Oh,
And also, it's basically harmless because we know that huntsmen are
they're not toxic.
basically
They just
harmless.
bite.
They'll
Actually-
bite, they'll stand up at you, but they're not.
actually, it
there's
wouldn't be
nothing
under a
about
glass. It would be under a giant ice cream container. And people were like, "Is it still under there?" I'm like, "We don't know. We're not checking."
It's Schrodinger's fucking kaiju right now.
Occasionally, someone taps on it and they hear the scuttling, and they're like, "Oh no, no, it's still there."
Still there, still alive. What are we doing? Well, our think tank at the CSIRO is currently building the world's biggest spray can.
Maybe we could just slide the big bucket over a portal to Hollow Earth.
Actually, they're just like, "Oh,
And then hit the top of it.
we're currently logging most of Tasmania to create a giant sheet of paper to slide under the bucket, and then we're going to lift it up over the ocean and drop him away."
And just fling it.
Yeah, do that.
And as Dilsky points out, I'm not here to fuck spiders.
Well, if it's that big, you'll probably find one of the monsters to do it.
I must admit, so one of the things that Jill and I did last night was we went to watch the premiere screening of The Fall Guy, which
you
we
fall
will
for the
talk
Fall
about
Guy?
at some point in time.
Did you fall for him?
Officially? What's that? Sorry,
Did you fall for him?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, I got a little bit of Gosling love. It's
Yeah.
almost a full swan.
Fuck.
Hang on, it's a goose. Fuck.
Is he just stunt?
Yeah, his job is stunt.
He is
I'm just stunt.
Stunt. And the rest of that song is not playable anywhere in the world. But yes, there was an intro from Gosling and Blunt where they discussed for longer than I expected to whether or not they were here to fuck spiders. So
Well,
yeah,
fair enough.
it was very entertaining.
Well, that's good.
Anyway, Godzilla X
Yeah,
Kong.
X
Why is
Kong.
it X?
Five. Okay, the fifth. This is the fifth movie in the franchise, and fifth movie plus 2 television series is one
And an
anima-
animated series.
one animated, one live action.
Oh, right.
one
Okay,
each.
right.
I didn't watch Skull Island, the animated one.
Didn't you?
Nah.
Oh, the
Couldn't be
animated
bothered.
one.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one, but I watched.
Oh, right. I thought you were talking about the film because I was like, we watched the film together and it was Tom Hiddleston with a katana.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm just kind of like, people are having a lot of fun. Tom Hiddleston was having a lot of fun. And in this one, Dan Stevens is also having a lot of fun.
So much fun.
Oh my God.
I was having fun watching Dan Stevens have fun.
There were comedians in this film who weren't having as much fun as Dan Stevens was having in this film. He knew exactly what he was doing. What are you?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm a kaiju vet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm all creatures with the emphasis being on great and small.
Yeah. I just love that that's probably the pitch they gave him. Hey, Dan, do you want to play basically a giant monster vet in a Hawaiian shirt? And he's like, sure, done, sold.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just-
You want to be in a Godzilla movie where you are the funniest thing? Yes.
no, I don't
Do I
think.
get to have quirky nostalgic music taste? Sure.
Sure.
What
Do I get to wink at everybody and have a funny accent?
what
Where
did
the fuck was he meant to be from?
I'm pretty
Please
sure
tell
that's
me.
his accent.
Oh.
what was it? It was just Guardians of the Galaxy. Fuck's
It
sake.
was.
I know, right? Yeah.
It 100% was. There just wasn't any anthropomorphic raccoons.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
and Dan Stevens was
It's
giving a better
monkeys.
Star-Lord than Star-Lord.
Oh,
Oh.
recast. Recast.
Recast, yes. Alternate universe Star Lord should definitely be Dan Stevens. As I said in the ticker, the thing is, Dan Stevens may or may not still be in Legion. We're not sure.
Yeah, it's
Like
it's
this could all be a Legion fucking fever dream of him going and doing veterinary work on a giant fucking monster, and we'd all be like, fair enough, go. Okay, so do we want to know what the film's about?
no,
Sure.
no, it's on the box. It's fucking right
It's on
there.
the box.
It's Monkey
it's
Punch
Monkey
Lizard.
Punch Lizard.
And
Okay,
it's end of story. Synopsis
Okay.
complete.
right. Well, okay, but also
but then also Lizard Punch Monkey.
Yeah. And also
and
And-
Lizard Punch Other Lizard.
lizard punch other lizard.
Also,
and monkey punch other monkey.
Oh no,
Yes.
not a monkey, ape.
Well, so,
Yeah.
Ape
hang on.
Punch Ape.
Ape.
Ape on ape violence. That's a Ape crime.
Do I have to update the content warning? This show contains ape on ape violence. Okay.
2 apes, 1 lizard.
Yes. Yet
Actually,
somehow,
there's 2 lizards, so it doesn't matter.
yet somehow the lizard comes out on top.
Well,
I mean, I always refer back to that picture, which is just like, look, guys, I'll do what I can, but he's a nuclear fucking dinosaur. Which actually comes across in this film now that I think about it. It's like, oh, Kong, he's going to try and like get Godzilla to help him. And he's just like, I'll try, but it's
Like-
going to do whatever it's going to do.
Yeah.
I love that
Like-
part about it.
I do like that by the time we hit this film, we've come to the realization or to the understanding that Kong is basically a person, but Godzilla is a cat.
Oh, yes.
Like Godzilla is just like, I will do whatever the fuck I want.
What an
Yeah.
astute observation. I mean, Godzilla has chosen the Colosseum as his napping place.
Yeah.
He's 100% a cat.
I'm sure that at some point in time in one of the cities, Godzilla has looked at a thing and then just walked up to a minaret or something like that and just gone,
just go, yeah. I agree. That's 100% right. You know.
right. Okay, look, I'll give you an official synopsis.
Okay.
Do we have a and I don't ask me to do it in Dan Stevens' voice because fuck only knows what that was. I don't know. I don't know what accent we're going for.
I've only got. I've got Enter Sandman.
Good. Look, I think at some point in time in the near future, you should probably look at getting Kiss, I Was Made for Loving You, because apparently they've licensed that to fucking everyone.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, look, we do what we can here, but considering
Is this public domain now? Like,
Yeah.
what's
Yeah. Well, apparently they actually sold their entire license, like everything. Kiss actually sold their entire back catalogue and their image and everything to another company. So now somebody else can be Kiss.
right.
And it's like, good.
This is the longest
Cool.
synopsis we've ever had, Quinny.
Okay, sorry. The new installment in the Monsterverse puts the mighty Kong and the fearsome Godzilla against a colossal, deadly threat hidden within our world that threatens the existence of their species and our very own, as well as diving deep into the mysteries of Skull Island and beyond. Delving straight into the origins of Hollow Earth, not Middle Earth, Hollow Earth. This film will explore the ancient Titan battle that brought man and monster together forever. I'm like,
Yeah.
powerful storyline. Monkey Punch
very-
Lizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Monkey Punch Lizard.
Monkey. It was originally Monkey Punch Rats.
What?
Then Monkey Eat Rat. Well, rat, dog, whatever. You know, I'm just going through the film. It's sort of
Okay.
like monkey trap rats.
Oh,
Monkey
yeah.
rip rat
Yeah.
apart.
Yes, yes.
Right.
Monkey bathe in blood of rat.
Yes. Then monkey bathed
Yes,
in
yeah.
water to get rid of rat.
Yeah, I mean we're not going to do the whole film, but I think
I feel like you're watching, you're relaying to everyone the most boring bits of the film. The
Oh.
sort of thing. I mean,
I don't know. I quite enjoyed the opening sequence of monkey trap
Monkey
rat.
had sawtooth. Monkey had
Yes.
sawtooth.
was
Monkey
Kong.
got root canal.
Yeah.
Monkey got new grill. And also insert Dan Stevens.
Yeah.
Insert Dan Stevens monkey get grill. Monkey go
Bear
back.
Grylls? No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Godzilla lizard get weird.
Yeah, lizard get buff.
Yeah. Well, lizard get weird, then lizard get buff.
Hmm.
Lizard level up.
Yeah. Lizard
Yeah.
level up by what? See, it's really funny.
Oh,
He seems to
get
level up by
out.
murdering other things.
Yeah.
Like, you know. Oh yes, El
Yeah.
Spinoga. That's a good one. I'll give you that.
That's terrible. Yes, he is a gorilla.
Yes, a gorilla. Yes. Well played. Yeah. Look, you know, one of the fun things that I thought about it, which was every time the monsters are on screen, it's interesting. And every time the humans are on screen, I start to fall asleep. But they do give it a red hot go. I think one of the things I liked about it was that everyone is taking this very, very earnestly. And there is definitely a very important story in there about humanities. But by the end of it, it's well balanced by the fact that Dan Stevens doesn't give a fuck. So at least that made the human story fine. Meanwhile, I'm following Gorilla that in the mist. Gorilla in the midst. That's what I call it. The midst.
In the midst.
Gorilla is in the midst of everything. And, and you're right, Jill. Godzilla, cat lizard, is just sort of hanging around going, don't make me annoyed and also feed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look, something that I can hunt. Okay, I'm going to go and hunt that. Eat its face. Okay, I'm going to lie down now.
Yeah. If I fits, I sits.
Yes, exactly. Really, it's so weird how that exactly is. All the while we're sitting there going, when does Godzilla monkey punch lizard? Why they get when they get together? And it's really not a lot of like that. They save that to the end, but they do go across a lot of like, what's Kong been doing on this whole other planet that we get to explore downstairs that no one thought of?
He's been taking a lesson from Arnold Schwarzenegger from the end of Predator, and setting up a huge number of drop traps and various things, and being sad.
Yeah, being sad and what was it funny that they're talking about this whole Hollow Earth theory? They're like, oh, we finally found a way to Hollow Earth, which has to go through a portal for reasons we can't explain, but there is definitely a way to get there, not just a tunnel downstairs. It has to be a portal.
Did you watch Monarch?
Energy. Well, why is it an energy portal? Explain that to me.
Because Hollow Earth is like another dimension, but within the core of the Earth.
Yeah, because if the core of the Earth was actually a weird hollow thing, like our gravity would be all fucked up and everything. But also, there's some stuff about that in there too that I don't really understand.
Yeah. Okay. I thought it was hollow because they go and they undo that by creating another under Earth hollow Earth that's slightly
the
lower.
subterranean level of Hollow Earth.
Yeah. And I'm just like, hang on, how do you have to use a portal to get to this part, but then they have a whole other subterranean portal.
Well, you've got
what the fuck?
Like ground and then lower ground and then basement 1 and basement 2.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's where, the car park.
But I mean, why am I asking these questions? Because after the fifth film, well, after the fourth film, you're kind of like, why am I asking these questions?
I think you had to watch the supplementals, which was
pay
Monarch
attention
Legends
to
of
the
Monsters.
supplementals.
Yeah, because that was like where they kind of did a lot of the heavy lifting on the Hollow Earth stuff.
And why all of the fucking
kind of
portals existed.
Yeah, they touched on it in Skull Island. I don't know if they covered any in Kong versus Godzilla because
they did, like
really
end of Kong.
A lot of that movie.
End of Kong versus Godzilla. There is a whole thing about them going, and that's where they first find Hollow Earth.
Right. Okay.
Because Godzilla and Kong have a big fight. That's where he gets his axe.
Yeah, I mean, I know I watched the movie, but I forget all of it.
And that's exactly what it is. It's like the Fast and the Furious. You don't care anymore. You just want to see, the Vin Diesel and The Rock or Jason Statham in there. And that's exactly what this is. I mean, I gave up on trying to justify any of it after Godzilla versus Kong because of how Godzilla could either stand on the bottom of the ocean or it was deep enough to be like the Marianas Trench. So,
I also very much like Godzilla at one point in this one getting to the Rock of Gibraltar and then just going swan dive.
Also, a portal's just gonna whack out near a pyramid. Why? I don't know. That's Transformers logic right there.
Where would be cool to have them fight? A pyramid. Where else would be cool to have them fight? Rio de Janeiro.
Couldn't they have done it like geographically like similar? Like if Kong was going to come out next to the Great Pyramid of Giza, at least put the KFC that looks at it in there.
Okay, I think my favorite thing about this movie is that the whole preface of the film is like, okay, so Kong is like chilling in Hollow Earth and he's all good down there, and we've got Godzilla up here, and never the twain shall meet. But Godzilla is just up here, like cooking all of these mutus or whatever, the
Yeah.
other kaiju now, and he's our little pet that goes around and does this at the detriment to humanity.
Yes.
Because he destroys everything. I am so not chill with that plan. Like,
That's
if I was living in this universe, get me out of here.
Yeah, I love that was the one thing I love the most about Monarch, the series, is that it showed you a little bit of what the actual day-to-day lives of people was like.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like everywhere around cities are, here is your Godzilla like shelter.
Mm.
Everybody knows that at any given moment there could be a giant fucking monster battle above you.
Yeah, like the scene in Rio in this film, I'm like, you see people running and then you just stop seeing people. And I'm like, they all dead.
Yeah, they are currently little red smears all over the place.
Yeah,
But you know,
You know
that's
the
kind
worst
of
part about that battle in Rio?
What?
Not once did they use Jesus on the hill.
Oh,
Like-
could have picked him up and
Exactly.
like smashed him, but I
Would
think
have
that's
been
probably
amazing.
what you call blasphemy or sacrilege.
Probably, but at the same time, the announcer saying, "And here comes Jesus from the top rope."
That would have been great.
Wow, that's a
Oh,
WrestleMania
dear.
I'd watch.
it's King Kong with the concrete Jesus. I mean, fine. Yeah, I mean, that was look. This is, I think, what I was going to say. I think God is dead in this universe because they've just sort of sat there and gone like, "Well, we might live, we might not. Like, is it really worth it? I don't know. You know,
Yeah.
Godzilla's here.
Oh.
We just let him do whatever it wants."
Yeah,
Just
but
to-
the government's here trying to take over Monarch because they want to be in control of Godzilla. It's like he don't work like that.
No.
Oh, yeah, it's not how that
Yeah.
works.
Yeah. And I love that the idea in this universe is that like Monarch is now everywhere. There's Monarch schools, there's Monarch fucking whatever. Everywhere is essentially a Monarch tributary or whatever. But they clearly got more money than God, and they're just having fun with whatever the fuck they're doing. You know, what would be a fun thing to do? I know, let's work on a power armor.
Like,
Why?
Yeah,
I
Why not?
you
let's
know,
arm the giant creature that tried to destroy us.
but not even like, I mean, it's a conceited way that they get that in because there is an explanation, and we can hold that to the like spoilers,
we'll
really.
talk
But it's
about
in
that
the
in
fucking
spoilers.
trailer, like it's on the poster. Why does Kong have a giant metal fist?
Tonka trunk arm.
Yeah. And the way they
In
throw it
Tonka
in,
yellow.
I
Yeah.
did expect Dan Stevens, like, because he's the one who gets to mention it and bring it up. I did expect him to turn to camera and just look at us. Oh, like that thing we made. You know, we made this just
Don't
in
think
case.
about it too much.
Yeah.
And that goes for you too, Austin.
Yeah. Or just wink, just turns to camera, wink. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, yep, we made it. We made this thing, which will definitely anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to Apex, the rival game?
Yeah. I don't know. But
They're actually the shadow government in control of the world because they just, you know, like they're letting
Okay.
Monarch take all the heat, and like Apex is just sitting in the back going, yeah, whatever, we own the patents.
Okay.
they're currently working on a bigger, more dangerous Mechagodzilla, which is being built inside the moon.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's my guess. Yeah.
So
I hope-
maybe we'll see them in the next movie. Who knows?
I fucking
I did like the idea of them being the other gang because at one point there's a bunch of apes that rock up to fuck up Kong, and like one of them's got a shiv, and I expected them to start
Bit of Jets and Sharks action.
absolutely, and I would have been all here for it.
I mean, if Apex comes back and has another Mecha Godzilla, please make it look like the 1999 one.
Oh, yeah.
Just like perfect. Just make it
That would be amazing. Like
Yeah.
you mean like the
Broderick one.
Roland Emmerich one?
Yeah, the Emmerich, the Matthew Broderick Godzilla. Just make it look
Yes.
like that. You know. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, 98.
98. Sorry,
Yeah, I was good. Yeah.
99. I remember it was a long time ago. I'm old. I've got the dementias.
Okay.
I also
So-
just realized that their name is literally Ape X.
Yeah, but it's
They are
also
backing
Ape.
the wrong horse.
No, but it's also Apex Predator. I think
I
that's
know,
what
but
they were going for.
I know, but it's still
Okay,
funny if it's
sorry.
Apex.
I'll shut up. I won't kill you.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not a?
That's okay. I'm pretty sure it's run by a guy called Elon. So I won't
Yeah,
worry.
yeah. I was going to say, isn't that just Elon Musk's other project? Apex.
Ape X.
Yeah. Lizard X. You know? That's all they do. Well, look, you know, we should rate this and go and
We
look
should
at,
rate it,
and
but
look at
also,
a funny
have we
clip.
talked about the film at all?
Nah.
Like, we've talked about what happens in
Yeah,
it.
yeah, we talked about
Oh
it.
fuck! Look,
I mean,
yeah, I'm,
do we have anything constructive to say?
yeah. I've
It's,
got
it's
some.
Monkey Punch Lizard. Like,
I had a really great time because I just 100% turned my brain off and went, ha ha, monkey.
yeah. Honestly, for a movie titled Godzilla X Kong, there was too much Kong.
Yeah,
wanted
Yeah,
more
that's
Godzilla
true.
definitely got sidelined quite badly in this film.
But that's okay
Um,
because there's a whole movie just called Godzilla.
Yeah.
And
I
also,
mean,
he had
sure.
one King of Monsters,
Yeah.
and he featured
Yeah.
quite heavily in kicking Kong's ass. And also, there
Yes.
was Godzilla -1, which was a really good Godzilla film that,
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
that felt
I
a
did
lot
watch it again
better.
on the plane, by the way.
Yeah,
Oh,
right, nice.
nice.
But you know, like it was nice to see. Like I don't know where they're going to go now. Like I have no idea. Like I believe that Quinny is correct that we'll see them fighting on the moon next time.
Yeah.
Because now
I
we've
love
got-
Barbie era Godzilla.
Yeah, like
Mm.
got hair did Godzilla, nails did Kong.
Nails done. Nails done. Check my hair.
Yeah, exactly.
Good as hell.
And it was fun. And I mean, like the additions to it with a bit more explanation was very far fetched, but sure.
Like there is an entire subplot around humans and like the Iwi, is it?
Yes.
The-
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
they are going very hard for this ancient civilization that worships Kong kind of thing.
yeah.
They've been doing it for 3 movies now, so
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, okay, here's them.
Yeah.
And there you go.
there you go.
Anyone care? No? Okay, back to Monkey Punch Lizard.
Yeah, back to Monkey Punch Lizard. Huzzah!
Yeah.
Yes. I
Did
like
we
that-
need that whole thing of like all the underground crystals that need to touch and
Oh,
the
no!
gravity magic and all that shit? Like, did we need it?
I just realized this is the one where they've run out of plot ideas because they had Underground Monkey Fight Club. Ah!
Oh,
The franchise is over. Underground Monkey Fight Club. Literally.
Literally, it is an underground
Yeah.
fight club. Oh, that's amazing.
Oh dear.
I'm very
Love
proud
it.
of you.
Love it. Yep. Great. I'm
Um,
yeah, look,
yes.
quick rating. I'm going to give it you know what, 80 out of oh no, 75. Come on. Like it's so dumb.
Okay.
Like my brain is
Yeah.
actually getting dumber thinking about the whole plot of the movie.
Oh yeah.
It's like, no, it's 70. No, it's back up to 75 because Dan Stevens a gem. Yeah, all right. It was 70 without Dan Stevens.
okay.
And yeah,
Yeah, he really did sell this movie.
he just sold
Oh,
he made
God.
the humans entertaining. And yeah,
Mm.
not enough
Yeah.
Godzilla, but enough Kong to make it funny. And I need to look up who did the motion capture.
Yeah, Kong
Kong.
was quite emotive.
Yeah, because it was Toby Kebbell in the original ones.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'm not. Like looking at the cast. There is nothing to indicate that. I can't find anything.
TBA.
Hmm.
Yeah, so like
Bizarre.
in Kong Skull Island, it was Toby Kebbell in Terry Notary. And then it's changed, but it hasn't got any update yet. Oh well.
Okay.
Yeah. That's disappointing. Because I do think like it feels like whether there's motion capture or whether there's a lot of different mocap being done, it still felt quite humane to a character. Definitely characteristics in there. Jill,
Also,
give me
sorry,
a number.
just sorry,
Oh.
before we
Mm.
jump in, it also shot some in the Gold Coast in Australia. So, shout out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gotta love that sexy
Tax break.
producer credit.
Yes.
Right. Jill.
Okay. How do I rate a movie purely on Monkey Punch Lizard? Because we're not here for any of the other stuff, let's be honest.
Yeah.
We're only here for Monkey Punch Lizard.
It's true.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with a 70 because I would have preferred Lizard Punch Monkey.
You wanted
but
more lizard.
I
Punch
wanted
Monkey,
more Lizard
yeah.
Punch Monkey. It was
Yeah.
good. He got an upgrade. Yeah, everyone. Yeah, there's plenty of big monster fights. Just didn't find them that epic.
No.
Could have been better. So yeah, 70. Just
Okay.
forget all the other human stuff. Dan Stevens, A+. Yeah, monsters fighting, about 70.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm about with you on that one. I'm going to go. Yeah, 75.
Okay.
Like, because for me, it was one of those things where I was like, okay, there's some really obvious, stuff that's going to happen. And you're like, oh, okay, right. There was some fun things, adding in the Scar King and giving him a spine whip. I was like, yep, sweet, cool.
With a
and
crystal
then
dagger on the end.
yeah, with a control-y crystal dagger, so he can control Blastoise.
Ice Blastoise.
Ice
Alolan Blastoise. That's a deep cut. So any Pokemon fans will know that one.
Oh,
Yeah, and me being the person
Quinny
who doesn't know.
confessed he's not a Pokemon fan.
Yeah, I
Strange.
don't understand a
What
word
was-
of it, but I can at least quote one.
what was the name of the dragon from How to Train Your Dragon?
Oh,
Oh,
no, I'm toothless.
Toothless. Yeah, yes. Yeah, so it's kind of like weird albino Toothless is like cross between Blastoise in there.
Yeah. I mean, and there was a little part of me going, is this meant to be like who's the big turtle kaiju?
Gamera.
Gamera. Yeah, no, it definitely wasn't Gamera.
Wait, didn't Brian Tyree Henry's character reference Gamera
I think
at the
he did.
start? Didn't he say that like he was being trolled by some guy called Gamera Stan something number?
Yeah.
I'm like, that was me. I'm Gamera Stan 69.
And I love that all of that stuff with Brian Tyree Henry and everything still feels like it's ripped straight out of the first Transformers movie. Like, are you a ladies' man 69? Wow.
I mean-
People are still doing blogs and still making their fucking podcasts and everything. Oh,
Doing their cute little podcast.
Have a little like a quick look at some figures behind this. I just need to point out that like this franchise is a money maker. Like, why do they keep coming out with it? Because they keep making money. So far, they've made over two billion.
yep.
Wow.
That sounds about right.
It's cost them about almost $100 million to make, and it's raked in collectively. I'm talking all 5 films, sort of thing.
Wow.
Yeah, like it's
Oh,
a
I
lot
would've
of
thought
money.
This would have cost a fuck ton of cash. But
Yeah, it's a fuck ton.
and you know what? They're entertaining. If they're exactly the same as fucking Fast and the Furious. Like every time that there's another Fast and the Furious movie where somebody comes out and it's car chase car, or car punch car, or or muscle punch muscle.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just monkey punch lizard, and monkey or lizard punch other kaiju.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
It's not trying to be fucking art.
Well, I'm glad we've moved on from the 2-hour edging session to 30 minutes of Godzilla screen time like we got in the first Godzilla film in this franchise.
Get
Oh,
to the
God, yeah, that's
fucking
right.
monkey. No, that was the original one. You're talking about the
Talking about Godzilla.
Godzilla. Oh
The
damn, I
one
had
with
that
Aaron Taylor
music
Johnson.
too. God fucking damn it. They get to the fucking monkey song.
Oh
And
yeah, and
now
that
we
has
just
never.
get like, now Godzilla's just like, yeah, fucking atomic breath every 5 seconds, bro. Like, let's
Yeah.
go. That's what I'm signed up for.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? We're here for some destruction porn, and it does some good destruction porn. Now I'm gonna go through a few bridges. I'm gonna fuck up some buildings. I'm gonna fucking destroy the. And there's a certain gleeful joy that it takes in its destruction, where it's just like, yeah, we're in front of a pyramid, and we're gonna blow it up.
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna
we know
body
it's-
slam through a 4,000-year-old structure.
Yeah, we know it's history. We know it's like, magnificent buildings from whatever. Fuck that. A giant monster's fighting on it. We're going through this shit.
I feel like they're too safe though. They need to like start destroying other cities. They only ever seem to destroy cities where people are like, "Oh, they're not going to say anything about that one."
You reckon they should do it in the middle of, I don't know, New York or?
I didn't say that, Quinny. I'm not insensitive.
Well, I guess I'm the asshole here. Am I the asshole? Yes.
Sure. Speaking of assholes, I've got a little clip to play, which is when
I hope
Kong.
this isn't the proctology exam.
Yeah, it's the proctology exam scene. It was a wild departure from other film like parts of the film,
But Dan Stevens still gave it his all.
Yeah, he did. He got right in there. No, this is one where Kong encounters some of his kin for the first time and gets to learn all about them. So we'll go on to that and come back. Yes. Look, bite the finger. That's what happens when you try to be nice. Kong tries to have some human interaction.
Feature.
Yes. Biting the finger feature. But, okay. So this is something that occurred to me, like, just when I reminded myself.
Do we need to be in spoiler territory? Are we in spoiler territory?
Yes, of course. We're in spoiler territory. Hang on, better turn on. There it is. Spoilers going to go over the screaming Godzilla on the side. That's what we're going to do. Yes, we're on spoilers now. Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't thought about it until just recently, and that brought it back to me. When Kong encounters some other apes, he meets the little dude who will not be referred to as
Diddy Kong.
Diddy Kong?
Exactly. We don't talk about that because Diddy is currently engaged in human trafficking charges. So, it's true. But we meet the fact that the Scar King has like control of everyone, like in all the apes that are remaining for whatever reason. But did you notice that all of the kids are red-haired? And like Scar is very definitely the red-haired orangutan ape, and all of the women were there and were basically hoarded, and all of the other male apes were like dark skin, and it's kind of like
the Attila the Hun of.
I was going to say.
So I'm sitting there going, all of those kids are his kids, and he's breeding them out, and then Kong comes along, and the guy's like, "No, this is mine." What a primal weird thing to do. No wonder he's got everyone in like. Yeah.
But do all the babies have the extra long lanky limbs that he had?
No, because all their mothers were different. Like it's very like.
Okay,
also,
yeah, right.
this
What
is a lot
weird
deeper.
subliminal thing to put into this movie.
Yeah, this is a weird thing. I thought I was like, I was not expecting this. I just want monkey punch lizard.
But here you've got eugenics via violence.
But I got violent eugenics. No. This is all weird. Also, Mothra came back, so I should have given it some more, actually.
Mothra! We talk about
Mothra.
Mothra.
Exactly.
I saw it today, and it concerned me and horrified me, but at the same time made a lot of sense. The first indication of Godzilla / Mothra shipping, where it's just like
we got some Rule 34 going on.
Yeah, where it's just like Godzilla and Kong are facing off, and Kong's like, "I need your help," and Godzilla's like, "Fuck you, I'll fight you." And then Mothra shows up, says, "No, stop, wait," and then Godzilla is like, "I'll listen to anything you say, my beautiful Mothra." You're like, "What? Yeah." So hang on, can Mothra control Godzilla?
I mean, she's got the sex spores, like probably something going on there.
so she just sends him a little bit of the old
pheromones, whatever.
Pheromones, thank you. That's what I was after. And then he's all sex nuts, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll do whatever you say."
And also, she can shoot like web stuff, which can also be like a cloaking field.
Oh, I thought you were going to go for like the Shibari angle, but yeah.
Just imagine like Godzilla hung upside down, going, "I feel so hot right now."
That's how you get suspended in between the two realms, where
Who
gravity's all
decided
weird.
That, yeah, who decided that Mothra was going to be the femme kaiju?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'd never really thought of Mothra as being female, but there you go.
Really?
But also, I mean, do we know that Godzilla isn't?
Look, don't
No.
think too much in. This is too deep a rabbit hole that we want.
Yeah, well, they went into like in '98 Godzilla. They went into the whole asexual breeding.
Oh,
thing.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, Godzilla's a bit of a non-binary.
And for that we respect them. But I'm hoping at some point in time, are we going to get like the baby Godzilla? That we going to get Godzuki, or whatever his name is? That needs to be. See, that's the thing. Now that we've got this ongoing franchise, we can set up the next generation. You know, of Diddy Kong and Godzuki, going on
I
a
don't-
road movie to the moon.
I mean, I don't know how closely they want to follow the Japanese law because they kind of seem to be doing their own thing. Like
Oh, very
Godzilla in
definitely.
these films is not the same look as the the Showa era that they have in
No.
Japan. Well, previously. Now we're Reiwa Godzilla.
Well, yeah. And I mean, it's very definitely not the same monster as Godzilla -1. Like, it's
Yeah.
a totally different design and totally different kind of take on the character and everything like that. I mean, look, if they do another series of Monarch, I'll watch it because I want to know what big monsters they're going to find.
Yeah.
Mostly Kurt Russell's hair.
Hey. Or
Other things that
are you looking for
yeah,
Wyatt Russell to grow into his father's hair
and
legacy?
ears.
Hair legacy.
Um,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go. To the moon to defend against the space turtle. That would
I
make
want
sense.
Gamera. Give me Gamera in the next film.
And there are a couple of big monsters that I was kind of like, wow, we dealt with them off screen. That was a bit lame. Tiamat, essentially is killed off screen.
Sliced and diced.
The big eel in basement
In
level
Hollow
2,
Earth, yeah.
Basement
essentially
level
dealt with. That's how I think of it.
I know, but I mean, look at what now that we've established that there's heaps of these monsters. The only thing that can take them out is basically just Godzilla or Kong.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, humanity is just kind of sitting there doing the best they can now because they've established
At the
as a
mercy
fact.
of these creatures.
At the mercy of these two creatures. So now they can't really, it's like, what's the next big bad? Like, I don't know.
Violante.
Who?
Yeah. So
Caliente.
Caliente.
Biolante.
Beyonce.
Caliente. muy caliente.
Cowboy Carter in the next film.
Yeah, totally. Biolante is one of the big kaiju that shows up in the Godzilla universe and has been in multiple films. It's essentially a plant monster.
Right.
Yeah, so big tendrils and stuff like that, and I think that could be kind of fun.
Sexy.
Yeah, we love a good tendril run.
Especially if it's sort of Spanish and it's like, "Ay, muy violante."
Violante. And that could be fun. And I do think, Gamera really needs to come in. I don't know whether he's owned by another company or whatever. But
I mean, I think think of the other cross pollination. When is Ultraman coming in? As you did say that.
absolutely.
Kamen Rider. Did Kamen Rider grow big?
Look, we're
I
just
think too much growing big.
we're just
but
marking
I'm-
time until the live action of Ultron turns up,
Oh god,
and then
yeah.
that's it.
Fuck
we
yeah.
just cross pollinate everything.
See, well, this is what I kind of hope is that like we do enough of these films that like by the time we get to Kong Generation 3, the humans have been working so long on their Apex suits and everything that they've just built like vehicle force of Ultron, and it's just that's how that all comes about, and I'm here for it. Like I'd also be down for Lion Force Voltron, but that's a little harder to explain.
All right, so some of the
Gamera
ones.
is a different studio, by the way. Just
Some
looked it up.
There
So
you
some of
go.
the Toho monsters are Angrirus, Mechagodzilla, Varan, Gorosaurus, Megalon, Baragon, Ghidorah, King Kong, Dogora, Ebera, which is a giant shrimp.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Ebera.
Yeah.
King Caesar,
What's
Metango.
King Caesar?
It's
The
a
guy
giant.
that was stabbed 52 times in the back.
Yeah, it's a giant salad.
He's
Why
got
has
his croutons at you.
Smells oddly of bacon and anchovy.
Yeah, Kumonga, Manda, was it Matango? Manila, who is the baby Godzilla,
Oh, Manila.
and just Zilla.
Zilla.
Oh, Zilla is the 1997 version.
Yeah.
Or 98 or whatever it is. Sorry, fuck. One of these years we'll actually get it on the right year.
Zilla.
Yeah, so none of those sound particularly fun.
I mean, Ebira is right up my alley. I would go for some deep fried Ebira.
Yeah, that'd be fun actually.
Tempura.
World hunger solved by Godzilla as he flash fries Ebera. And
Yeah.
everyone gets
Use that atomic breath.
yeah. Slightly
yeah.
Crispy
irradiated
coating.
slightly irradiated shrimp.
And by the looks of it, in Ebira, Horror of the Deep, Godzilla teamed up with Mothra against Ebira. So, you know.
The old boyfriend girlfriend back together.
Yeah, and like I did have a brief moment where I looked at the two kaiju, whatever, I can't remember what the Blastoise. I thought, are we gonna maybe get a little bit of something going on between Godzilla and Blastoise? But then no, Blastoise is essentially a horse. Like it doesn't have a
Yeah, it was
personality.
weird. Like Kong kind of patted him on the head at the end, and I'm like, oh, so he's not on the same level as you guys then.
Yeah, he's like
He's
the
the
Goofy versus the
Oh, wait, no, he's Pluto.
yeah,
When the
sorry.
other characters are goofy, like
Yeah.
the different dog tiers. Yeah.
Yeah. That's strange. I mean, that's also kind of fun. It's like, check out my dog. You know?
I know.
It's just like,
He fires ice breath.
and Godzilla's like, dog, really?
Really?
See, Godzilla is goofy, and the other one was Pluto.
Gosh.
And King Kong as Mickey is just like, don't think about it too hard, huh?
I'm just imagining King Kong in the shorts and the little
Oh,
white
no.
gloves.
Well,
I
he's got
think-
one glove.
He does.
He's the king of pop.
Yeah, he's MJ in it at the moment.
Oh dear. Well done.
I hope
like
other
this.
people find this podcast as entertaining as we have.
We're
I
clearly
like
just
it.
amusing ourselves.
I just look.
Like-
I like that we all liked it. Like, and this is the thing.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
really, it's fun. Like, it's a good
That's the thing.
entertainment. It's escapism. It's a good version. Just be like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
Adsky, quite some time ago, asked the question, is Monkey Wrench by Foo Fighters on the album? Oh, no, unfortunately.
I know, but unfortunately, they missed a trick there.
They very much so. Elska has a question about the glove. I mean, as
Carry
we
on.
found out in Highlander 4 or 3 or whatever it is, no glove, no love. But
I have very different memories of the Highlander series, Quinny, but sure, I believe you.
Mario Van Peebles talking to a lady of the night.
Really?
He
How did
makes
they-
a very good point.
How did they know? They don't know. Let's be honest. It
How
was
did they know which arm Kong would injure? They
I think the glove is like one of those little like fingerless jobbies where you could kind of like go ambidextrous with it.
Yes.
I
Just
have
flip
I
it
have
over. There's no thumb
dreams.
hole.
I have
No.
dreams that it is actually not just the glove. I have dreams that they actually made a full suit of Kong armor. And
yeah,
maybe in
totally.
the next one. That's why Kong goes to space.
It's
To
less a
fight-
glove and more of a gauntlet, I think.
Yeah.
So
I
you
feel like
could
that's where it
swap
needs to
arms.
go.
Mm.
Yeah,
Needs
but it's
to
a-
go with Kong fully armored up in
It's a-
space fighting alien
Yeah.
attackers.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I love this.
Full
This is great.
Yeah.
Tonka truck armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100% Tonka truck.
But I-
Meanwhile, Godzilla doesn't need to because Godzilla is far more badass.
I also
Yeah.
want to see this from the I mean, if Godzilla can use his like nuclear breath to shoot Kong into space to attack the aliens. I want to see,
Yeah.
but I want to see that scene from the alien perspective where they're like, we're invading the planet. They have nothing that they can put against us. It's like, what is that? I don't know. It looks like a giant primate in an astronaut suit being fired towards us from a lizard. And I would just be like, yes, that's exactly what I wanted from this sequel.
And you know what? I'd be there for that.
Yeah.
I would 110%, especially if Dan Stevens is sitting on top of
Yeah.
Kong's helmet in like a little thing, just
In a
riding
Tesla,
it like the
in a
bomb.
Tesla. He's
Yeah.
just in
Or
that
in a
in a
mini version of the same armor.
Yes, totally. I mean, I also think that we could at any given time, if we wanted to, cross this over into Pacific Rim, and I'd be down for that. Like,
Hmm.
you know, get a couple of giant fucking what are they called? The Jaegers.
Yeah.
You know, dual pilot Jaegers, and they have to fight aliens coming
Come
down.
on.
That's all we
I
need.
mean, I
Do
know
we
it's
need
another
more of the Iwi?
franchise. No, we don't need the Iwi. I know that it's like a different franchise, but I am astonished that like this universe has not come up with giant robots to fight the monsters either.
Like, yeah. I mean, and I thought that's where they were going with the power glove, which is so badass.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like Pacific Rim were the first ones to invent it.
No. I mean, Christ, you go. Maybe if they can't get the rights to Pacific Rim, go back and find a movie called Robot Jocks. That was
That's not a
have
good
either of
image
you seen
search.
that?
Do not image search robot jock.
Yeah, like what porn was that a parody of?
Gee.
It wasn't.
Yeah. Also, don't search robot jocks and Kongstronaut. I'm putting that one trademark on that right now. Kongstronaut.
Yeah.
For the next
You should
one.
totally license the website.
Think
and
of the
everything.
toys, man. It's like, what is this? It's King Kong in an astronaut outfit. Sold. Toy manufacturers are like, done. Next.
You know, the one thing I'm slightly disappointed by with all of this, because I've been into the shops, I've seen the toys,
Mhm.
and looked at them and thought, no, not going to buy that. But I did think after looking at it that we were maybe going to get a scene of Godzilla shedding, because one of the toys that they released was a version of Godzilla that had like a rubber skin of him with the blue spikes and everything
Oh.
that you could peel off, and underneath was the pink
The pink one.
Barbie Godzilla.
Nice.
And I would have been really impressed if they'd done like a storyline where Godzilla got fucked up by Tiamat or something like that, and had to build a cocoon or something like that and come out and, you know, shed his skin like the lizard that he is.
Look, that sort of toy for kids is just developing their kink at an early age.
And keeping it going right through to their mid-40s.
Yeah, I mean,
I
didn't-
really want
didn't
that
say I wasn't gonna buy
Godzilla
it.
toy that breathes the steam and walks. Have you seen that
God,
one?
yes.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, am
I
I
love
missing
that.
something? Is this like the Transformers that transform?
No, it's a Godzilla that like you wind it up or whatever and it walks, but it breathes steam
Oh,
and glows.
sure.
You
it's
can get
brilliant.
one for $129 from the Games Men.
Done.
Oh,
Mm.
well, not that we're sponsored, but sure, buy it from there.
No, we could be if they're willing.
Yeah,
Mm.
I've already bought enough from you guys. Uh,
Yeah.
I mean,
Hit
it'd
me.
only be fair.
yeah, it would only be fair. Yes,
Put it in
all
a
of the
Black
Godzillas.
Series box and Dion will buy it.
Shut up. Yes, we all know about that. Anything more about Godzilla, like and King Kong? No, good. No, happy.
The question that a lot of people asked was, is this going to be another, you know, like absolute ass kicking of a film? No, there's nothing to kick here. It's delightfully dumb.
We love Monkey Punch Lizard.
Yeah. Should you go and see it in the cinema? Fuck yes. Go and watch it. Like, if you can, go and watch it in an IMAX.
Yeah.
I imagine that would make it fucking. It is shot for IMAX. It is what is intended to be
Oh,
seen
It would
in.
be good in IMAX then.
Like,
I mean-
I I'm very sad that I didn't get to see it in IMAX because the idea of some of these fight sequences in full fucking, size
Yeah.
of a
I mean,
building.
I will shout out to Rebecca Hall for just playing it straighter than I think anyone asked for.
Oh, yeah.
Like she is in a Victorian era dramedy in her side.
Yeah.
And everyone else is around going, I'm not sure if I should be following cues off her. Whereas in comes Dan Stephen with the Hawaiian shirt, and just is like, I am a giant gorilla vet. Sure.
Yep.
End of story. So
I'm looking at the cast and going, who's that guy? Oh, that's right. Because there was nobody that other than like the people who talked were essentially Rebecca Hall, Dan Stevens, Brian Terry Williams, and occasionally Rachel House. And Mikhail, who died. Sorry, spoilers section, but whatever. Eaten by a tree. That's Biolante. There you go. Go and watch it if you can. Go and watch it in a big screen. Go and have a lot of fun, and also see it before you see Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, because I have a feeling it may be almost the same story.
Maybe. Are you sure it wasn't Andy Serkis doing the mocap for all the monkeys? He does do monkeys.
Yeah.
Does monkeys very well.
He's done all the monkeys. Circus is a hack. If you've seen Con Man, Nolan North. Yes. What have we got coming up the rest of the month? We're almost halfway through.
Jesus, that's a good question.
Don't know. Have you forgotten?
I have, because I
five
can't
gotten?
actually...
Next week is the show that you've been waiting for, Quinny.
Is it? Oh, yes.
We're doing 97 X-Men next week.
Yes.
Fuck, yes, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
I'm
I've
not sure.
watched a single episode.
Oh, right.
Yeah, don't worry.
I've gone down a weird fucking rabbit hole because I've been at home. So I've watched, everything of 97, and I've been going backwards through 96 and 95 and 94.
Oh.
Watching a lot of the old X-Men.
Do love Gambit in a crop top.
Yeah.
Making
What a
beignets.
skank.
The
Fucking love that skank.
What did someone pull out? Is like Cyclops and Storm and all the others are out there rescuing some boy, and what was Gambit doing? At home making beignets in a tank top.
Yeah.
It's like
A cropped tank
cropped
top.
tank top.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
A
Which-
beautiful slut.
Very, very 80s. Very 90s,
So
sorry.
good. Yeah, he's got a total mullet going on as well.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I love the fact
Like-
that they did the basketball scene, which was from X-Men #1 when they did the reboot.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
And like I'm going back through the old X-Men stuff, I was like, oh shit, they actually had a red hot tilt at a bunch of the big
Yeah.
X-Men stories in animated format, and sometimes good, sometimes not good.
Much like the
But,
comics.
we'll talk about that. What's that, mate?
Yeah.
Much like the
Yeah,
comics. Sometimes good, sometimes not so good.
Like the ones that I would dearly love for them to have a go at doing Fatal Attractions or something like that. The one where Wolverine gets his adamantium ripped out. Like nobody's
Yeah.
ever tried to do that in animation, and I'm like, come on, give that a go.
I mean, you'd have to rate it R.
Ah, it'd be fine.
That's fine, mate. He's got a healing factor. What are you complaining about?
We did Inferno in one episode. It'll be fine.
Like,
No problem.
yeah.
We did the
yes.
Executioner song as a secondary story. Whatever.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then, look, Fallout comes out this week.
Yes.
So we're not getting onto that because we're having a break on the 23rd. Because April is another fucking 5 Tuesday month, which suck because we do 4. Anyway, we're having a break on the 23rd. And then we're back for the 30th for, I think at the moment it's The Gentleman, which is on
Yeah.
Netflix,
Okay.
that show. So we're slightly out. And then I think we'll get into Fallout after it's had a few episodes to go through. But there's heaps of things like Star Trek
There is.
Discovery.
And in terms of we'll probably, I don't know whether we'll do an actual like a podcast review of Fall Guy. If you would like us to, please let us know.
Yeah.
But I will say this about it: watching it with the stunt crew who made it was a fucking joy.
Yeah,
Like
they were so
you know,
hyped.
so hyped. And
Yeah.
every time a stunty that they knew appeared on screen, the whole crowd went fucking apeshit.
Yeah.
And then every time a big stunt happened, and this is a movie about stunts.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole thing is all about doing stunts. Look at the stunts. We did this all in camera. This is, it's a movie, a love letter to stunts. And yeah, hearing them cheer when something went right or when, something real big happened was a fucking delight. So yeah, if you like stunts and if you think like everybody there apparently thought that stunts should be in the Academy Awards as a category, and I do believe that it should, then definitely go and give it a watch. Like it starts on the 24th, I think, of April.
Yep.
So if we won't get a chance to review it before then, but go and watch it. Like it's well worth your time to go and watch on a big screen.
How did it feel? I only have one question, which you don't have to answer right now, but I did know that there wasn't a lot of script in the film. There were just a lot of ideas and they'd started shooting. They were definitely weeks into shooting before, and they didn't really have a script. So that may allow, like, you've seen it, I haven't yet, so that may fill a few blanks in for you. Like,
I mean, it very definitely got to a point of like, here's the linchpin to drive the rest of the plot forward that we're exposing right now.
Yeah. You can tell the stunts came first.
Yeah.
And the script was somewhere in there. But also there was look, I still think there's a solid enough script in there. Like there's some very funny dialogue, and there's some very clever stuff in there too.
Yeah, good.
So yeah,
I should know. They kept me up a couple of nights shooting on the harbour, bastards, shining their big bloody lights into my window.
Actually,
I have to go because I have just spotted an enormous cockroach, and I need Godzilla to go and fix this for me. So I'm gonna wrap this up because I cannot go to bed with that running around my head.
Understood.
Okay, that is fair. Monkey punch lizard or monkey punch cockroach.
Monkey punch cockroach, and also I should talk about Monkey Man, which I did get to go see, which I should write something about too.
Okay,
that's out as well.
Excellent. Anyway, we'll let you go.
Terrified.
Pray for me.
All right then.
We'll go and do a raid if I can find somebody to raid. Yeah, we're gonna go raid Bar Show.
Right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
I wanna live in a world full of heroes, not sit here counting zeros in a cubicle downtown. I wanna look out my window, see 'em flying, and swing across the horizon as I cheer 'em on so proud. Deep-powered girl keeps staring at her face, and call Colossus and have 'em teach me ways, and then we'd exercise. I'd be one of the guys. With martial arts from Iron Fist and Wall, call Dazzler up and teach her all my songs. Oh, I wanna live in a world full of heroes, not cooking up these heroes at my parents' restaurant now. I wanna yell out Avengers assemble, not order up for Ethel. Yeah, we're right up cheeky now. Date Emma Frost and have her read my mind, or Magdalena, her artifacts I find, and then we catch a symphony. It'll just be her and me. Call Bucky Barnes and arm wrestle for hours. This NMA and bring her lots of flowers. Oh, call Hellboy up and learn to smoke cigars. Be Tony Stark at all the trendy bars. It'd be a guy's night out. We'd make that wolf pack out. beam. I wanna live in a world full of heroes, not sit here counting zeros in a cubicle downtown. I wanna look out my window, see 'em flying, and swing across the horizon as I cheer 'em on so proud. Deep-powered girl keeps staring at her face, and call Colossus and have him teach me ways, and then we'd exercise. I'd be one of the guys. With martial arts from Iron Fist and Wong, call Dazzler up and teach her all my songs. Oh, I wanna live in a world full of heroes, not cooking up these heroes at my parents' restaurant now. I wanna yell out Avengers assemble, not order up for Ethel. Yeah, we're right up cheeky now. Date Emma Frost and have her read my mind, or Magdalena, her artifacts I find, and then we catch a symphony. It'll just be her and me. Call Lucky Barnes and arm wrestle for hours. There's NMA and bring her lots of flowers. Oh, call Hellboy up and learn to smoke cigars. Be Tony Stark at all the trendy bars. It'd be a guy's night out. We'd make that wolf pack out. I'd run with Flash and do a marathon. Vacation to the Savage Land for fun. Oh, I wanna live in a world full of. I wanna live in a world full of heroes. Have NPR and CNN describe the latest teams. I wanna tuck my kids inside and read 'em stories of superhuman glory while the sleepy faces beam. I wanna live in a world full of heroes, not sit here counting zeros in a cubicle downtown. I wanna look out my window, see 'em flying, and swing across the horizon as I cheer 'em on so proud. Deep-powered girl keeps staring at her face, and call Colossus and have him teach me ways, and then we'd exercise. I'd be one of the guys. With martial arts from Iron Fist and Wong, call Dazzler up and teach her all my songs. Oh, I wanna live in a world full of heroes, not cooking up these heroes at my parents' restaurant now. I wanna yell out Avengers assemble, not order up for Ethel. Yeah, we're right up cheeky now. Date Emma Frost and have her read my mind, or Magdalena, her artifacts I find, and then we catch a symphony. It'll just be her and me. Call Lucky Barnes and arm wrestle for hours. There's NMA and bring her lots of flowers. Oh, night for fun. Why? I wanna live in a world full of. I wanna live in a world full of heroes. Have NPR and CNN describe the latest team. I wanna tuck my kids inside and read them stories of superhuman glory while the sleepy faces beam. I wanna live in a world full of heroes, not sit here counting zeros in a cubicle downtown. I wanna look out my window, see 'em flying, and swing across the horizon as I cheer 'em on so proud. Deep-powered girl keeps staring at her face, and call Colossus and have him teach me ways, and then we'd exercise. I'd be one of the guys. And martial arts from Iron Fist and Wall. I'll dance her up and teach her all my songs. Oh, I wanna live in a world full of heroes, not cooking up these heroes at my parents' restaurant now. I wanna yell out Avengers assemble, not order up for Ethel. Yeah, we're right up cheeky now. Date Emma Frost and have her read my mind, or Magdalena, her artifacts I find, and then we catch a symphony. It'll just be her and me. Call Bucky Barnes and arm wrestle for